Every April Fool's, Minecraft codes an impossible update. The best of these by far has to be the 2020 Infinite Dimensions update. This allows you to type whatever you want into a book, throw it into a portal, and create your own dimension. Now, not all custom dimensions actually help you progress in the game, but there are rumored to be 43 hard-coded dimensions that can allow you to go to the end and kill the Ender Dragon. I start off by loading onto a regular world with the only goal of speedrunning a book and quill. I started by killing a chicken for its feather, eliminating a squid for the ink sac, and finally using the leather from a cow and some sugarcane I collected to make a book. I used this book to write Library, the only hard-coded dimension that makes this challenge remotely possible. The library. This never-ending dimension houses infinite books that take me to a random dimension, hopefully granting me gear to beat the game. So to start my journey, I grabbed a book from the wall and chucked it into the portal. This was the first random place I was going, and it certainly won't be my last. This dimension was full of wood, kelp, and diorite. Not the best start, but I do have wood and food now, so I grabbed some of each and was on my way. The goal of this video is to be able to visit all 43 hard-coded dimensions and beat the game, which requires me first getting books, ink sacs, feathers, and a ton of obsidian. 602 obsidian to be exact, but that'll be for a later time. My main focus at the moment is finding a dimension with iron, so I can upgrade these crappy stone tools. However, the game threw me a massive curveball at the start by giving me dimension after dimension of nothing. Nothing useful to my adventure whatsoever. The only ray of hope it sprinkled in on the first day was glass tree biome with an End City ship fleet flying above it. Yes, that is the only description I can make of this dimension. Of course, I had to build up to the End City fleet and check out the possible loot I could get. The health pots were in their rightful place, which gave me hope of finding real End City loot. However, after opening the chest, it wasn't quite what I expected. Orders? I'm to take orders now? Not exactly part of my plan, so I left and continued my journey. Along the way, I would mark each dimension I visit with a sign. Like this place. There's lava burning down every single tree in sight, so I labeled it Forest Fire Dimension. This went on until I found a place that looked eerily similar to the overworld, just with a giant red moon and a blue tint to the world. I noticed that natural mobs spawned here, which means I could end up finding chickens, so I searched for a little bit until I found one of my goals sitting right there in the open. I chopped him up, marking one of 4 items I need for all this to work. But once again, after a small victory, the game threw me another curveball. I went through dozens of dimensions over the next few hours and just couldn't find anything. No iron to upgrade the tools, or even a dimension that helps me on my goal. All until I was blessed with a dimension full of bookshelves. Infinite books. Oh, it's all burning down. Okay, great. Thanks, game. Realizing this could be my only chance for books, I started grabbing them up before the world burned down around me. I left with only a stack, which is still more than enough to get to each Easter egg dimension, thankfully. From there, the game kept toying with me. Remember how I'm still stuck on these stone tools? Well, it sent me to a diamond block dimension, which doesn't help me one bit. All I can do is depressingly stare at the diamond blocks I cannot pick up. However, this evil update strikes again by letting me touch netherite blocks that I once again can't do anything about. I'm starting to think this world is out to get me. Along the way, though, some of the dimensions I found weren't that bad. This dimension happened to be the coolest looking dimension I found. The shading was weird, sure, and it didn't look like Minecraft, but it had netherite stair blocks and a lot of color, so overall, 10 out of 10. I have spent so long searching these dimensions for iron, I have to move into a different room. I'm going insane! All of the dimension hopping started to get pretty boring, and with no progress on the iron front, hope was draining. All until I stumbled into the deadliest dimension I had ever seen. Well, this one's scary. Huh? TNT. Wait, does it blow up? It didn't blow up. This can actually work. No matter how scary this dimension could be, it houses the only block that acts like a pickaxe. And since there's a block I can't mine right now, I grabbed a ton of this stuff. Oh my word, I actually made it out with so much TNT. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, I gotta write this down right away. The embodiment of luck. And if you haven't guessed it already, I was headed straight back for that diamond block dimension. Okay, which one had the diamond blocks? Here we go. Please just let this work. I had made it to the promised land and put down the TNT. Wait, I think one dropped. Please. Oh my word, they actually dropped. I have 5 diamond blocks. No way, no way, no way, no way. Yes, it actually worked. I have diamonds now. I made some armor and continued to blow up the dimension for extra blocks. After a few attempts, I had 49 diamond blocks. Surely enough to keep me satisfied. I've been doing this for like 5 hours at this point. After getting diamonds, I went straight for the upgrade. Enchanted diamond. You thought I was gonna say netherite, didn't you? I went and grabbed a ton of wood from a different dimension, fought an illusioner, which is a mob that's not even in the game, by the way. How do you kill this thing? Then I crafted up a level 30 enchant table. But without levels, I actually did go for netherite. Swaggiest stairs ever. You're kidding me. Well, I guess we have the swaggiest block ever. I found the block from before and got to work. Even as slow as they are to break, I grabbed quite a few so I wouldn't have to come back. After gathering all those materials, ensuring that I can progress a lot further in the game, I remembered I still don't have iron. So I can't make a smithing table or even an anvil, which means netherite is still somehow out of the question. I can't turn anything to netherite without iron. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Alright, well, quartz ore it is. Instead of dimension hopping once again looking for iron, I headed into the quartz dimension, which I found hours or almost days before. As I said before, I can at least upgrade my diamond armor to enchanted diamond. Not as cool, but it gets the job done, which meant mining up to level 42. I don't want to look at quartz ever again. Once I was back at base, I started to enchant. The game gave me a little luck at first with a prot 4 Unbreaking 3 Thorns 2 chestplate, then plagued me with the worst enchants I have ever seen. Fire prot on my legs, only depth strider on the boots, blast protection on my helmet, and just unbreaking on the pickaxe. This sucks. Back to the quartz dimension it was for me. Instead of showing the nightmare that is getting levels over and over and over again, how about I just highlight my gear? After so much time, I was able to max out all the armor with protection 3 or 4, as well as getting a sharpness 4 sword and a max silk touch pickaxe. Everything here will help me survive all of the randomness discovered in these dimensions, but getting this efficiency 4 pickaxe is the main success. See, I still need over 600 obsidian to travel through each and every Easter egg dimension. That's like 9 stacks of obsidian, and I was about to mine it all. So to do that, I headed back to the End City Fleet dimension and started mining out the rows of obsidian in each ship. For having to grab so much, it truly wasn't that bad, but still, I had to put on some music and just zone out for a while. After way too long, I collected everything I need to adventure all Easter egg dimensions to find a way to beat this game. But first, I had to set up all 43 portals, like way too many to set up. And with that done, now all I have to do is rename every single one of these book and quills. Alright, well, better get started. Ant, Sponge, Basic, Blacklight, Brand, Bridges, Busy, Checkerboard, Chess, Colors, Content, Credits, Custom, Darkness, Decay, Fleet, Gallery, Holes, Isolation, Library, Llama, Message, Missing, Notes, Nothing, Origin, Patterns, Perfection, Pillars, Retro, Rooms, Shapes, Skygrid, Slime, Spiral, Terminal. This is a very long phrase that hopefully is not in any dictionary. Tunnels, Walls, Zones, Blue, Green, and finally Red. Okay, I am out of breath and never want to say that again. Now, all I have to do is rename every single portal so I don't get confused. Ant, Sponge, Basic, Blacklight, Brand, Bridges, Busy, Checkerboard, Chess, Colors, Content, Credit, Custom, Darkness, Decay, Fleet, Gallery, Holes, Isolation, Library, Llama, Message, Missing, Notes, Nothing, Origin, Patterns, Perfection, Pillars, Retro, Rooms, Shapes, Skygrid, Slime, Spiral, Sponge, Terminal. This is a very long phrase that will not go in any dictionary. Tunnels, Walls, Zones, Blue, Green, and finally Red. That was a lot. And now I have to throw in every single... Alright, so much work. I'm not doing that. Okay, now, technically, not all these dimensions will actually help me, like this one, Ant. This desolate white and black dimension has absolutely nothing to help me. However, it's at least a little cool. Another fun dimension was Basic. Even though it seems to be pretty plain, as stated, pretty basic, when you spawn in, you see, just blue. But if you build to the top, you can see some random maze design. Oh my word, what is this? Am I in the Maze Runner? Why is this called Basic? Again, nothing to help me beat the game, but that's kind kind of what all of these dimensions are. They're only a hope that I can actually beat the game. Nothing more and nothing less. Now, when it came to actually visiting all of these dimensions, some of them weren't pretty. So I'm gonna just mention the good ones. Brand. I think it's self-explanatory, but I like the branding. Bridges. And yeah, this makes sense. Okay, moving on. Busy. Now, this place seemed like one of those terrible dimensions I told you about earlier. However, the key difference is that I actually found iron blocks in it. Yes, this is the first iron I had seen the entire video. So I took it home to finally make an anvil and a smithing table, which means I can turn all of my gear into netherite, which took me so long to do, by the way. Then I combined some helmets to make a perfect Prot 4 helmet, which I couldn't do earlier because the game decided I wasn't deserving of iron. But let's get back to the real reason we are here. Checkerboard. This is a dimension. I think my game's glitched, but it's cool. I'd probably still lose checkers even on this board. Content. This one was great, okay? OG Skyblock, kinda. The misshapen island was not a big deal as it was a tribute to the best map ever created for Minecraft. It also had a chest with some random items in it, but no end portal frames, which clearly is the only thing I need at this point. So no matter how useless OG Skyblock was, it was a great dimension to see for sure. Darkness. What did you expect? Fleet. It's like a Star Wars movie or something in here. It's actually kind of scary. Gallery. Now, this dimension was actually pretty cool. It has every single block inside of it, or so I'm told. So I figured my best bet was to check this place out for an end portal gateway, or at the very least, end portal frames. And after a bit of searching, wandering around this dimension, using my FOV as a zoom feature, I didn't end up finding anything. I did my due diligence and looked around this place, but it still wouldn't help me, which means llama. This one's just a chill llama. Relax and enjoy. Oh my word, dude. I love you. Although now I do think this takes the cake as the best dimension. Missing. Shocker. Man, really good dimension here. Shapes. Yep, that is what those are. I mean, obviously these are kind of getting self-explanatory. Sky grid. Now this one was another epic dimension, okay? You cannot tell me you do not love the design of this dimension. And plus, it's a really good game mode that I used to play when I was like, oh god, how old was I? 12? You know what? That actually makes me feel old. Which means blue, red, green. All of these are the exact same world, just colored completely differently. Now, at first glance, it would look like it's nothing special. We've seen this design in a few other of past dimensions. However, the key difference between blue, red, and green is that I think they're actually the overworld. And I'm gonna test that. But first, I have to actually get Eyes of Ender. Somehow I have forgotten to collect those. Now, having these eyes doesn't mean much if you can't throw them, like here in the library, or chilling with the llama. I have zero ability to throw one of these eyes, meaning there's zero chance a stronghold is here. However, when I went to test out one of the blue, red, or green dimensions, blue being my favorite because I like the color blue, the Eyes of Ender worked, and that gave me hope. However, the issue with going into the blue dimension is that I can't see anything. It is so incredibly dark you would not believe it. But eventually, I found the portal. The entire goal of everything. I had done it. Everything led up to this very moment. I have traveled dimension after dimension, killed squids for absolutely no reason, and revisited old Minecraft just to beat the game. Okay, this isn't the dragon. I'm literally in the void. No worries. So, this isn't where I'm supposed to be. That's fine. We still seem to be in the End Highlands, which is just an outer ring around the actual Dragon Island. Therefore, all I had to do was build up and start traversing the Highlands. The game actually thought it could beat me. So, I found an end gateway, the only way that I'm going to safely get back to the Dragon Island. Finally, I get to actually take on the biggest fight yet. I threw in the Ender Pearl and waited to beat the game. Huh? What? What just happened? You thought it was over? I'm not done. The ace in the hole. This is the last hit, bud. You're done. Yep, and just like that, you thought it was over, but I came back for round 2. Easy peasy. 2 attempts later, and I was able to beat the Easter egg update. If you guys have any more challenges like this, leave them down below in the comments. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe for more. Other than that, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.